Hello friends, this is Surabhi and I welcome you all to your own crochet channel, the Crochet Hook channel. I hope all of you are doing absolutely well. So, as you've already seen, we have these two baskets. So today, we are going to work these beautiful and elegant t-shirt yarn crochet baskets together. See here, I have worked two baskets, one with the same color as you can see. And here is the one basket that I worked in two colors. The base is of different color and the walls with a different color, and both of them look absolutely beautiful. These baskets can be put to multiple uses as we wish. See here with the scrap yarn that was left. After working the basket, I have put this small little decoration and tied it here on the rim. And similarly, you can also decorate your basket if you wish. In the previous video of the basket, we have worked the part 1 of this basket where we worked the base of this basket, right? So we completed working the base already, and let's see what we'll be doing in this video. So in today's tutorial, here see in the last video, we worked this base till 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 rounds. So we completed 5 rounds in the last video, and in this video we'll first begin working the 6th round around the 5th round that we have worked. So it's just worked the same way, the way we have done the 5 rounds, the same way we have worked the 6th round first to increase the diameter of this base of the basket, and then having worked the base, we will work a round of slip stitches around the 6th round of single crochets, then created. Okay, so a round of slip stitches will be worked, that is also in green color, and so the slip stitches so created will then be used to create the first round of the basket. See the first round in yellow color, this is the first round that we will be working in the slip stitches that would be created then, and then we'll go round by round creating the walls of the basket, right? And here I have worked a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And here I have worked 6 rounds for the walls of the basket. You can take it to any length you wish. After working the 6 rounds of the wall, I have worked the slip stitch ribbing on this last round to give it a beautiful finished look. I absolutely love to work this ribbing, the slip stitch ribbing that shows up here and here, because that not only gives a beautiful look to our basket, gives a form and structure to the wall as well, and it really looks so complete. So let's begin working these beautiful baskets and have our beautiful desktop storage worked with crochet. For the friends who are joining me here for the first time, please do consider subscribing to my channel. That really motivates, inspires, keeps us connected. You get a notification each time I post on my channel, and that really helps my channel grow. So let's work this beautiful t-shirt yarn basket together and have fun. So here I have taken this, this is cotton yarn, and I got this from Magic Needles, as you can see. And I have these two colors. And nextly, I'll be using a crochet hook of 8.0 millimeters, as you can see. Nextly, you may need a pair of scissors and a sewing needle with a big eye to sew in the loose ends. Else, if you don't have this kind of sewing needle, we can simply manage sewing in the loose end with the help of crochet hook also. A thinner crochet hook would also work, so no worries. So here nextly, I'm going for the 6th round, and here this is our running thread, and this is our first single crochet, little diagonal to it here, insert in the hook like this, and pull up a loop like so, and here simply work 1 chain. This counts as 1 single crochet. See, we have these chains running up. This is the first single crochet. The pattern repeat for the round 6 will be 1, 1, 1, 1 and 2. So we'll be going for 4 times singles, and then into the 5th stitch we'll be working 2 single crochets. So then here into the next stitch, see this is our first stitch already done, so this will be our next stitch. The second single, like this. Work 1 single crochet. So it is 1 1. 2 more times you're going to go for the singles. So into the next stitch, work a single like so. And into the next stitch also simply work 1 single here like this. So here we have 4 singles, 1 1 1 1, and into the 5th stitch work 2 single crochets. So insert the hook like this, and into this stitch work 2 single crochets. 1 and 1 more into the same stitch. 2 like this. So this is the pattern. Repeat. Into the next one work 1 single crochet, 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 and into the 5th stitch work 2 single crochets. Just keep repeating this pattern. I'll see you at the end, and you should have a total of 36 stitches done. See here, I'm just finishing my 6th round here, and this is the last repeat, and we had the repeat for the 6th round was 4 singles and then 1 double in the 5th stitch. So see, we have 1 2 3 4 4 singles, and here's the last stitch. And in this last stitch we will work 2 single crochets. Insert the hook like this, and here work 2 single crochets. 1 and 1 more into the same stitch here like this. And if we count, we should have a total of 36 single crochets. Let's count. This is the first chain, that is the first stitch. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35, and this is the 36th one, the last one. So we have a total of 36 stitches, and here I would recommend you to steam iron this base, so it will all fall into place, and it will be a flat circle. So just steam iron it on the back side, and I'll iron it and come back to you, and then we'll begin with working the basket. Here the 6th round gets completed perfectly, and we have seen that we have a total of 36 stitches still here, and here we can begin working our basket. There are 2 ways as to how we can begin working the basket. First of all, we'll join this round. So what we always do, from the back side of this first single crochet, from beneath the 2 loops of the first single crochet, insert the hook onto the front and grab this loop and take it onto the back side like this first. And here I'm going to tell you the first method first. So what you can do is, I'll not be working with this method, but you can go ahead like so as well. So once you have taken this loop on the back side, grab your hook and see, we have the space here, this first single crochet. So insert the hook into this first single crochet beneath this horizontal loop like this, and grab this loop, tighten it, grab this loop and tighten it. Now grab the yarn and pull it through this. So we have this loop here, and here just work 1 chain, and you can begin working from here. So simply into the next chain, grabbing this. So into the next chain, we'll begin working the single crochets. that will be the walls of our basket. Where we are going to insert is through this back loop and then through this horizontal bar of this single crochet as well. I'll show you with the thinner crochet hook. So here what you have to do, insert it through the through this back loop and then through this horizontal bar of the single crochet like this. Pull up loop and work one single crochet like this. Again into the next stitch here in the back loop and then through the horizontal bar like this and work one single crochet here like this. Again into the back loop of the next stitch and then through this horizontal bar of the next single crochet. So this is how you have to insert the hook. Just remember that you have to grab both the stitches, both these loops like this, and work one single crochet here like this. And this will come up like this. This will be the wall of this single crochet that will be worked all the way around, and at the end you have to join the round the same way we worked with the base. So beneath the two strands of the first single crochet, insert the hook and pull the loop on the back side, increase the loop and pass this entire thing through it, and that way you know it all. So that way you can work this. This is the first method, but I'm not going to work like this. So here once we have taken this loop onto the back side, we'll begin the second method from here. So what I'm going to do, whatever is the diameter of your base, just take that length of the yarn. Suppose this is the rough length, and now take it 4.5 times. So from here till here, this is 2 times, then again from here till here, this is 3 times, then again from here fold it and take it all till here. This is 4 times, as you can see, and half more, 4.5 times I have taken this loop, and I'll cut this thread here like this. So here we have taken 4.5 times the length of this circumference and cut this yarn and nextly, and then take this loop on this end and we'll take out this entire thread here like this. This is our base, this is the last stitch, and we have taken out the thread on this side. So here we have taken out this thread on this side, and then what we're going to do is, see, this is the 2 loops of the first single crochet. From the behind and from beneath these 2 loops, insert the hook like this and grab this yarn, and we simply want to take it out, this entire thing on the back side. So just pull it all onto the back side like this, and see, chain has begun to form, and now we're just trying to work this chain loop here using this thread, right? So now we have this single crochet on this end, on this side of this loop here. Beneath this back loop of this single crochet, insert the hook and grab this same yarn and pull it onto the back side again like this. See, we have our chains beautifully formed, as you can see, and we have this yarn on the back side, this time like this. Now see, this is the front, this will be the front side of our base, and this will be the back side. This is the back side, as you can see. So what we want to do, we simply want to work a border, working the slip stitches on the back side of this base here. So again, see, here we have a yarn, as you can see, it's just coming out from here. So beneath this loop that we have just created, insert the hook beneath the 2 strands and grab this yarn again and pull it onto the front side this time. Take the entire yarn on this end, and that's it. See, this chain. So here this chain looks complete, and we have taken out this yarn on this end because we want to work slip stitches on the rim of the back side of this base. So then turn it like this. So you have this working yarn on the back side, and hold it like this because we are going to work on the back side on the rim here. And now grab your hook and see, here we have our yarn from this from beneath the 2 loops of this single crochet here. Next to it or before it, here insert the hook and grab a loop, pull it on this side. Now we're simply going to work loose slip stitches into every stitch ahead. So beneath the 2 loops of the next single crochet like this, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work a slightly loose slip stitch like this. See, it has to come all the way till here. Pull that loop a little so it gets a little loosened. Then again, beneath the 2 strands of the next single crochet ahead, insert the hook, pull up a loop and just work 1 slip stitch like this. 2 slip stitches worked. Again, pull that loop, increasing the size a little so it comes all the way till the next stitch. Okay, so then beneath the 2 strands of the next single crochet, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work 1 slip stitch like this here. Make sure that all your loops are of same size, so you have to take care of that. Again, pull the loop a little and beneath the 2 strands of the next single crochet, insert the hook, pull up a loop and simply work 1 slip stitch like this. Into the next one. Again, pull that loop into the next one. Beneath the 2 strands, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work 1 slip stitch little loosely and trying to maintain this loop size the same all over. Again, into the next stitch here. See, these are the 2 loops of the next single crochet, so beneath them, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work 1 slip stitch like this. See, here we are getting a next boundary of slip stitches like this. Again, into the next stitch, work 1 slip stitch the same way and don't tighten it at all. Pull that loop a little, loosen it, and beneath the 2 strands of the next single crochet, insert the hook, pull up a loop, simply work 1 slip stitch like this. Like this, we have to work 1 slip stitch all the way round till we reach this last stitch here, just before this beginning loop where we began. So let's finish it till here. So this is all coming up so beautiful. Just keep working it till you have finished the entire, covered the entire circumference. Keep working the slip stitches. Just little to go. See, here is our first loop, and we'll be working just before this loop till here. Till this one, just before this loop, till this stitch, we'll work the slip stitch like this. Here is our loop, and we have worked slip stitches till here now. So here, see, we have reached, this is our first loop, and we have reached till here just before this loop. And now what we're going to do, take this loop, take this yarn all on this end, and now we're going to work this chain stitch to complete the look. So these are the two loops of the first stitch. From the back side, beneath these two loops, we want to insert the hook. So I'll hold it like this, and we have to grab both the loops. So from this end, insert the hook beneath the two loops like this, and grab this yarn and take it out on this side like this. See, we are again creating this chain look here, and now this is the thread that we have pulled before this into this stitch here, into this slip stitch. From the back side through its back loop, insert the hook and grab this yarn and take it out slowly on the back side like this. See, we have here this look got completed. The chain look gets completed like so, and we have the yarn here. So we have the yarn here, and then from beneath the two loops of the next stitch, simply grab the yarn and pull it on this side here. So here we have this complete chain look created, the check marks created. The last one also we worked with the yarn, we created it, and we have this loose end here. We're simply going to secure it on the back side here. Grab a needle with the big eye. You can also use a thinner crochet hook and sew it on the back side. I'm using this kind of needle which has a big eye, and with this needle, with the help of this needle, I'll simply secure it on the back side like this. So take it on this direction in which you have this chain forming, so that this doesn't get distorted, and just hide this thread on the back side here. So here I have secured this thread till here, this yarn is secured, and just cut that extra yarn that is there, and see this base gets completed. This is how it looks, and this is the back side where we have generated these loops with the slip stitch, and we'll be working our basket into these loops that we have just created on the back side. So it will give a beautiful ribbing on the outside of this basket here, and we'll be working our stitches beneath the two loops of this slip stitches just created. So this base gets completed, and now we'll begin with working this basket here like this. We'll create a basket like so. So here this base gets completed. See, this will be the front side, and this will be the inside of the basket. And nextly here I'm going to use this yellow shade, and I'll be working the basket walls with this color. See, this is cotton t-shirt yarn from Magic Needles that I'm using here. So just grab the loose end of the yarn and here, see, this is the right side of our work, and I'll be keeping it on the outside and I'll keeping the wrong side of the base on the inside of the basket. So I will be working my basket like this. So see, we have these slip stitches that we have worked on the rim. Beneath the two strands of any of the slip stitches here, insert the hook and simply grab the loop with the next yarn. If you're continuing with the same shade, that's absolutely perfect. Just take out the yarn on this end and we'll secure this loose end. And now, having taken out this yarn here, yarn over and simply work one chain here. This first chain here is counted as the first stitch in the basket also. The way we used to count it, the chains here at the beginning as the first stitch or the first single crochet. So this chain here is our first single crochet. Now see, we have this next slip stitch. The two loops are showing up. So with the two loops of the next slip stitch, insert the hook and we'll begin working the single crochets from here. So just draw up a loop and work one single crochet here like this. So here this first chain is the first stitch and this is the next single crochet. And into every slip stitch ahead, we're just going to work one single crochet into each one of them. No increasing, no decreasing of stitches this time. So again, see, here we have these two loops of the next slip stitch. Insert the hook beneath these two loops. And at the same time, I'm just sewing in this loose end also. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop and yarn over, work one single crochet the same way. The second single crochet worked again. Beneath the two loops of the next slip stitch, insert the hook like this and then pull up a loop and just work one single crochet here. Again, beneath the two loops of the next slip stitch, see, we are inserting the hook beneath the two loops of this slip stitch. So again, beneath the next two loops of the next slip stitch, insert the hook and draw up a loop and work one single crochet here like this. See, this kind of wall is coming up. See, this is how it's coming up. Just like this, keep working one single crochet into every slip stitch ahead beneath the two loops of the slip stitch and work one single crochet into every slip stitch till you reach this end. No increasing or decreasing of any stitches this time. And we have this beautiful wall of the single crochets generated here. I'll finish this working this first round and I'll see you here at the end. So here I have worked this wall of the single crochets, this first row, and I'm reaching the end. And here also I'll be telling you two ways of joining these rounds. So here we'll be working the first method first. Into this last slip stitch also. Simply insert the hook and work one single crochet like this. And see, this is our first chain. The same two ways we worked for the base. So just pull that loop. This is the first method of joining the round. And this is the first single crochet after this chain. So beneath the two strands of the first single crochet from the back side, insert the hook and pull this loop and take it onto the back side like this. So we have this loop on the back side, and this is our first single crochet here. This is the first chain stitch here. Okay, so once you have this loop on the back side, insert the hook into this chain stitch, and with your working yarn, grab a loop and pull it onto the front side like this. Now we have two loops. See, one is on the back side and one is here on the front. So again, hook these loops. So first this front one, and then insert the hook into this back loop, and now simply pass this back loop through this front loop like this. So here we have not only joined this round, but this is our first chain stitch also worked, and we can straight away begin working one single crochet into the next stitch, one single crochet into the next stitch, the same way all the way around. So this is one way of working. So this is the first method of joining the rounds, and from the next stitch we'll begin our single crochets. So here between the two legs of the single crochet here, insert the hook the same way we used to work. Pull up a loop and work one single crochet like this. Again, beneath the two legs, between the two legs of the next single crochet here, insert the hook. Just work one single crochet here like this. See, this is the first chain stitch, and from here we begin working the single crochets. Into the next single crochet, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work one single crochet like this. Again, we'll join this round here together with the next method, the second method, and just work one single crochet into every stitch ahead, no increasing or decreasing of the stitches. I'll see you at the end. See, here I have worked the second round as well and reached the end, and here this is the last single crochet of this second row. And now again recognize the stitches. This is the first stitch, the chain stitch, and here is the first single crochet of the row 2, round 2. So the second method of joining will be working here, the second method of joining the rounds. So then now what we're going to do is, from beneath the two loops of the first single crochet from the back side, insert the hook towards the front and grab this pulled up loop through it towards the back side, into the back side of the basket, and now pull this loop and make it bigger. Just make this loop bigger like this, big enough so that your basket may pass through it, right? And now I'll simply pass my basket from left to right like this, so that we have this kind of loop formed. This is the running thread directly attached to the skein. This kind of loop is created where this is the running thread which is directly attached to the skein, that is attached to the skein. So we'll first pull this thread here. See, it's coming from this side. So first pull this thread like this, tighten it a little, and then see, we have this big loop on one side created. Now this is the same skein, just pull it and tighten it like this. So this round gets joined here perfectly, and see, we have joined it here atop the single crochet, and this is our first stitch, the chain stitch, right? So again, we'll insert the hook into this chain stitch and pull up the thread. So this is the second method of joining the round. To begin working the third row again, here, insert the hook into this chain stitch. See, this is the loop that went towards the back side atop this first single crochet. So this is the chain stitch, recognize it well, and now insert the hook between the two legs of this chain stitch like this. Grab the loop and take it onto the front side, and see, we'll again begin working our third round here. So then work one chain. This is our first stitch of the third row, and from this next single crochet ahead, we'll begin working the third row. So now this is our first single crochet here. Between the two legs, insert the hook. See, so here the second round gets joined, and see, this is the connecting yarn and this is the single crochet, and this is, recognize the first stitch of this round, this is the chain stitch, right? And after the connecting yarn, we have this first single crochet. So we'll again insert our hook between the two legs of this chain stitch here, which is the first stitch of this round, like this. Grab the loop and pull it onto the front side, and here we'll begin working the third row. So then work one chain. This first chain counts as the first single crochet of the round 3. And now next is this single crochet with these two legs. Now insert the hook between the two legs, so it comes between the two legs on the back side like this. And now pull the loop and here work one single crochet the same way. So we have begun working with the single crochets. Again, this is the next single crochet here with these two legs. Insert the hook at the center of the single crochet, so it comes between the two legs on the back side, and now pull the yarn like this and work one single crochet here like this. So just like we have worked round 1 and 2, in round 3 also, and in any upcoming further rounds, we're just going to work one single crochet atop every single crochet ahead, and we're going to join the rounds with either of the two ways that I have explained already. So just continue working this third round and join it with either of the two ways which is comfortable to you. So now work the number of rounds as much you wish, as much you want to raise the walls of the basket, just working the rounds the same way and joining them the same way. And I'll see you after working a couple of rounds. And now here I want to explain one more thing to you. See, here I have completed my 4th round, and when we join, this is the first chain, the chain stitch, and here is the first single crochet of this next single crochet after the chain. So after this chain we have this single crochet here, and when we join the round, beneath the two loops of the single crochet we insert the hook from the back side like this, and we grab this loop and take it onto the back side like this. And then what we do, we pass this basket through this loop from left to right like this, right? We do it like this. So we get a loop like this. We have a loop here, and this is the running end that is coming from the skein, right? So we get a loop like this. Now I'll show you one more way as to how you can do it. Suppose you have taken this loop from this side onto the back side here, and then you have a big project, a big basket, and it's getting difficult for you to cross it each time through this loop. So what you can do alternatively is that once you have worked this loop, so you don't want to pass your project through it, what you're going to do, so we have this loop, and now grab the skein with this loop and pass the skein through it. Rather than passing the basket, pass this entire skein through it. And now again, see, again we have the same kind of loop work. This is the working thread that is attached to the skein, and we have a loop here. And now what we'll do, it has the same effect, just we are passing it in the opposite direction. We pass the skein in the opposite direction. And now pull this loop first to tighten it up like this. And then this is the working end. This is the yarn that is attached to the skein, So then pull this to tighten the round like this. So you can work it either ways, and it's perfectly joined the same way, right? So this is all that I wanted to share here, that if you don't want to pass this entire thing through that loop, you can just pass the skein as I have shown, and that also works the same way, but you have to pass it in the opposite direction. So here I have a total of 5 rounds worked from this first round, which is in yellow shade, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I have come to the end of this 5th round here. This is the last single crochet, and nextly, after joining this round, we'll be working a round of slip stitches, a round of post stitches around this basket to give it a clean, beautiful look and a sturdy rim on the top. So again, we're going to join the round the same way. And one thing to keep in mind is when starting the post or the slip stitches, what mistake we normally do is that once we have this last single crochet, so what we do normally is that when we have to begin working the slip stitches, we normally insert the hook beneath the 2 loops of the first single crochet, pull up a loop and work 1 slip stitch, and from here we begin working our slip stitches like this, right? So this is how normally people begin working it, but when we start it like this, we get this kind of top which is not very clean, and it gets a little tedious when giving it proper chain look. So we'll be doing it differently. See, I'll just work my last single crochet here, and then we'll join this round as usual. So this is the last single crochet, this is the first chain, the chain stitch, and here is the first single crochet. So what we are going to do here is, see, this is the last single crochet that I've worked here in this 5th round, and we are going to join it the same way. So from the back side, from beneath the 2 loops of the first single crochet, insert the hook, and as usual grab this loop and take it on the back side. And then what we do, we increase the size of this loop a bit, and from the left side we pass this project through it like this. So we have this kind of loop, and this yarn that is running from that comes from the skein is there. So what we do, we first pull it, this yarn that is coming from the skein, and then once we have pulled it, we grab this end that is coming the same yarn that is on this side, that is connected with the skein, and tighten it up, right? So we are going to join the round the same way. So see, here we have joined this round the same way we have joined all other rounds here. We have this clean ribbing showing up here. So here, once we have joined this round here, what we're going to do, we're not going to insert the hook at the center of the chain stitch and take it out here. Rather, where this skein is, where this yarn is coming out, Into this single crochet, one single crochet ahead of that, beneath the 2 loops, insert the hook and pull up a loop like this on this side. And now we begin working our slip stitches from here. So once you have your yarn here, beneath the 2 loops of the next single crochet, insert the hook and just work 1 slip stitch here like this. Right? Again, beneath the 2 loops of the next single crochet, work 1 slip stitch here. This is how it looks. Again, insert the hook beneath the 2 loops of the next single crochet and work 1 slip stitch. It should be even slip stitches with even tension, right? Again, beneath the 2 loops of the next single crochet, work 1 slip stitch a little loosely. Pull that loop so it reaches the next stitch like this, and then insert, pull up a loop and work 1 slip stitch like this. This is the rim of the slip stitches that we're creating. This is how it looks, and on the top also it looks so beautiful. Just like this, keep working slip stitches atop this rim all the way round, and I'll see you at the end of this round here. And here, see, I'm just reaching the end. This is our first stitch where we actually work that loop. It's difficult to recognize, but you can recognize it like, see here we began working our slip stitches, 1 and 2, two stitches before that we have this, where it looks like this. This is the chain stitch, and so I'm just coming near to this, so I'm just working slip stitches into the next stitch, work a slip stitch, then into the next stitch, work a slip stitch the same way, and now, so I've reached this chain stitch where we have this join, and beneath these 2 loops also here, insert the hook and work 1 slip stitch the same way, right? So we have worked a slip stitch here as well, and then see here we began working our slip stitch, just we have 1 more stitch to work before that. So into the next stitch, beneath the 2 loops, insert the hook and work this last slip stitch till here. This is how it looks. And now, so what I'm going to do is I'll leave a little tail and cut the thread. So here, having cut the thread, take the thread on this side. See, this is how it looks. This is the last slip stitch and this is the first slip stitch, and we have to again here form a chain, right? So what we're going to do with the thinner crochet hook, here beneath the 2 loops of this first slip stitch, insert the hook and take this yarn on this end first, keeping the tension same, and now see it has to come till here. It has to pass from between these 2 loops to give it a chain look, the finished look. Now we want to bring it here, so this is our loop. So from beneath this loop, insert the hook like this and grab this loop and take it first onto this side. See this chain look gets completed. Now what we will do, again we have this next slip stitch here and a slip stitch atop it. So from beneath the 2 loops here and 1 loop here, insert the hook like this. We have 3 loops. Now grab this yarn and take it onto the back side like this. So this chain look gets completed here on this rim, and we have our yarn here. And have a closer look. See, here we have just one loop, otherwise we have these check marks on the inner rim, but here we just have one loop and we have a missing loop here. So if we take it like this, this will also get completed. It will become a beautiful check mark as well. So we want to take this between these two loops here like this, right? So from beneath this loop here, insert the hook and grab your loop and gently pull it through the inside. So here this check mark look gets completed, as you can see. And now we simply have to secure this loose end onto the inside here with a needle with a big eye or with a crochet hook here in the same shade. So this gets perfectly worked here. Now simply thread your needle with this loose end and we will just secure it on the inside wall of this. So we'll first get down towards the next row here like this. See, this beautiful check marks are coming up here and it has a complete look. And now secure this end onto the inside. Of this basket properly. Having secured this loose yarn onto the inside of this basket enough times, now just simply cut that extra yarn that is there gently, and what we will do with the help of your hook, simply push that loose end onto the inside in the walls. See how neat and clean this basket has come up. And now gently even up the walls all the way round to make the stitches fall well in place and so that the stitches be in ease. And see how neat and clean, how beautifully round our basket has come up. See, we have worked this basket together and it has perfect looks from all the sides. I have tried to incorporate every detail that is of use for you. Please keep connected, keep subscribed, have fun learning, have fun crocheting. See you next time.